Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about how to manage your money. We'll be discussing your personal and business break-even numbers and helping you figure out how much money you need to cover each of the expenses in your personal life and in your business. But let's start by talking about getting smarter about your money and time. The purpose of this section is to challenge the way that you are currently spending your money. Along with changing your mindset about money, you'll also need to change your behaviors. Lastly, we're going to discuss how the wealthy are doing things differently. You too can design your business to be a better source of predictable income. In the Managing Your Money module, we're going to find out how much money we need for our personal budget, business budget. We'll create a wish list of things that you would like to purchase, look at our competitors, and set pricing packages so that we can get paid first. But let's begin by looking at what our problem is with money. Errol Flynn said, "My problem lies in reconciling my gross habits with my net income." What this really means, and what most of us are doing, is just burning up the money that we have. And sometimes we're burning up the money that we don't even have yet. We tend to have more of a don't look, don't tell philosophy about our money. When it comes to our finances, most of us don't want to face the truth about our spending habits. Why is this? Because acknowledging the truth means that we must change, and as we all know, change is uncomfortable. But here is the thing, making more money doesn't matter until you can manage the money that you already have. So often I hear from people that they want more time and they want more money, but then when I start to work with them, they're realizing that they haven't really structured their time and they aren't even looking at how they're spending the money that they do have. So we need to start at that first step, otherwise it doesn't really matter because we won't be able to build you wealth anyway. The truth of the matter is that I'm not doing my job unless I'm making you uncomfortable. And the goal of the exercise in this section is designed for you to get clear on the specifics of where your money is going, how much you can cut back, and how much more you can earn. Because having more money is actually simple. There's only two things that you can do. You can make more money, and you can spend less. So why is this so difficult? We live in a society of underuse and overconsumption. What do I mean by that? Consider your last purchase. As a society, we tend to buy anything just to use it once or twice. We do not even really consider the lifetime of a product's usage when we buy it. And in fact, the term impulse purchase has been coined to indicate just that. We are addicted to new. Even if what we have works, we are marketed to why the new is better, and we march right off to go to the stores and buy it. A great example of this for men is tools or home repair items, technology, or toys. For women, it could be clothing, gifts, shoes, or the all too alluring sale rack. Many of us make purchases based on our emotions. We feel bad or happy, and our first impulse is retail therapy. The short-term thrill of finding something to purchase makes us feel like we've conquered something. We've got a great deal, or as though we're treating ourselves for all of our hard work. But the current reality is that we have become a society based on debt. But there is a path to financial freedom, and the good news is that we can change. The second that we decide to take responsibility for our spending habits, we can begin on the path to financial freedom. Do yourself the biggest favor that you ever could. Set a personal budget. If you don't know your numbers, you'll be forever a slave to credit and paying more than you need for items that are depreciating. The personal budget will help you to quickly identify where your money is going, how much you spend each month personally. What does this have to do with business? Most business owners do not set themselves to earn enough money for their personal break-even. Therefore, they end up going into personal debt, trying to pay for business expenses with as much as they can, and then end up upside down in their finances. I see this all the time where business owners are paying themselves last. They haven't actually figured out exactly how much they need, given themselves a budget for it, and begin to pay themselves for it. Instead, and especially if people have staff, what tends to happen is they pay out their payroll. They don't pay themselves. The next month they have to do their taxes. They spend money on the taxes. They don't pay themselves. Then what are they doing with everything in their personal life? They're putting it on credit. So what we need to do is find out exactly how much you're spending each month so we can avoid this pattern. Here's where most people go wrong. They have an idea budget and not an actual one. What I mean by this is when I ask them, what is your personal break-even amount each month? They don't know. They have an idea of what it might be, but they don't know the real number. My guess is that you are no different. You have an idea. Now it's time to get the real numbers, and here's how to start. I recommend reviewing all of your past bank statements. Go through your credit card statements, and if you're operating a personal budget out of a shared account, make sure you separate all of your personal and business expenses. This is key to understanding where your money is going and how much each of them are costing you. The goal is finding your personal break-even number. What we're going to identify is the dollar amount for each expense that you have and finding a total amount. See the attached worksheet for a bigger picture and use it to determine this amount. Here's an overview of what we're looking for. We want to know how much you spend on rent or mortgage, bills and utilities, debt payments, food, healthcare, clothing, entertainment, and anything miscellaneous. These can also include bi-monthly expenditures or cushion money that you have for maintenance or repairs. So what is your actual personal break-even? Use this list on the worksheet to ascertain how much money you need each month to pay for your life. Not a guess, not a gamble, an actual real number. So what is the amount? As you go through, remember to separate your business expenses to do in the next exercise. Also, begin to think about where you can cut back on your expenses in both areas. Next, let's look at how you spend in the area of your business. First of all, the most important thing you can understand in your business is where your money is going. If you're not keeping your books up to date on a regular basis, every 2 weeks at least, I highly recommend hiring out a bookkeeper. Also, if you have a bookkeeper but do not review your books, start now. There are very important things that you'll realize about your business by looking at how you spend. So let's create a business budget. Now that we know your personal break-even for your life, we need to do the same for your business. How much is it costing you each month to run your business? Let's find out. So now we need to know your numbers. Use the same steps as the previous exercise to go through your banking, credit cards, and bills to determine your business break-even number. Lastly, one recommendation I would like to make is for you to make your financial life easier with Mint.com. Mint.com is a free financial tracking service that helps you know your monthly spend. You can consolidate all of your expenses and earnings into one place. You can get low balance reminders in case you're running low in one of your specific accounts, and you can create new business and financial goals. If you look to the screenshot on the right, you can see mine. So on the left, it tells me where my cash is, what my balances are, and in the middle, we can see a budget that I've set for myself for the month. This will tell me basically where I am, what percentage of money I've spent in each one of the areas, and it pulls all of the information directly from any of the charges that have been coming through on my bank account or my credit cards. So this is a fantastic way to actually get both your personal break-even amount and your business break-even amount into one place and somewhere that you can keep using it in the future. So if you're more of a paper person, go ahead and use the worksheets that we've provided, or if you'd like to put something in place that you can use for many, many months to come, then I would definitely recommend checking out mint.com and signing up for your free subscription now. Now get to it, and we'll see you in the next section.